The following broadcast is a presentation of iRacing Motorsport Simulations live on PTRTV. We'd like to thank all of our partners for their support.
He may get the run on the outside, off of the back straightaway. 26 to Hallway, trying to go 3 wide, no one's going with him.
Talking and bobbing and weaving down the back straightaway, looking for a way around. The 5 machine trying to take a look underneath the 3 car. He's gonna dive in down to the bottom. A huge move down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Back bumper. Can anything happen through the tri-oval? Walker Thomas to the inside. Here he comes to the outside. Side by side through the tri-oval. The 14, it's going to be a photo finish to the line. Who's going to get it? Walker Thomas.
Machine coming out of turn number 4. Tiller looking to go 3 wide, almost 4 wide. He's going to try to look for a gap. Bobbing and weaving for the lead down through the tri-oval.
Photo finish.
2 by 2. The 65 gets the win. Hello and welcome sim racing fans to PTRTV on LSRTV here tonight from the Eldora Speedway, and welcome for those of you who are just coming over from PTRTV. We covered the LCQ for tonight's ASRS Eldora Dirt Derby presented by Northern Ohio Racing Report. Ladies and gentlemen, it was an action-packed last chance qualifier for these guys, and only 12 trucks out of about 25, maybe closer to 30 trucks that were attempting to get into this race from the last chance qualifier over there. And man, oh man, it was a good show there, and expecting the same thing over here. I'm Brandon Cruz. Joining me tonight is Corey Silva. Corey doubling as our tech producer every night here with PTR TV. And of course, behind the scenes, we got Joe Chris, our quality control specialist. And Corey, should be an awesome night of racing here at Eldora.
Yeah, it was crazy in the LCQ. If you didn't get to watch it on PTR TV, strongly recommend that you go back and have a look at it. Definitely some intense and hectic racing, but Brandon, we got some drivers here that, well, they're not used to this. They're not used to driving on the dirt, and then we're going to have the ringers here. But remember, this is a championship race. There is full points on the line, so it's going to be interesting for those guys who aren't quite the dirt specialists to make sure they salvage a good points day.
Yeah, absolutely, and the best thing that I can give to those guys is just tell them, you know, take it easy in this race. Do not try to push it beyond your limits, because, you know, getting into a wreck or even just something as simple as spinning it out and end up into the back of the pack there can really ruin your night and ruin your chances at finishing in a decent position.
Yeah, it can. It's going to be about survival. It's going to be 100 laps in tonight's affair. You can see here on the graphic, 20 were locked in on their 2018 points, and then 12 drivers made it in from the LCQ, 6 on time, 6 had to race their way in. But of course, in tonight's race, no backup truck, so it is going to be all about the attrition, keeping that truck in good working order. That is not correct. It is a 100-lap race, and the track is at about 50% wear, which should add to a little bit of grip level, a little bit of slickness, so a good even balance of the two. But Brandon, without further ado, been waiting for it for a long time. Here it is, the starting lineup here for the Northern Ohio Race Report Dirt Derby. On the pole, Brad Cross with an 18.748. Justin Krudoff on the outside of the front row. Then we have Jordan Harnish in third, DJ Kilinowski in fourth, Jared Mogard, a series regular, in fifth, Chris Titus in sixth, then Ronnie Osmer and Jeremy Banning.
Starting in the 9th position is going to be Kenny Baker. Steve Ritter starting 10th. Jeremy Stalter starting at 11th. Jared Haggerty 12th. Tim Knott 13th. 14th is Jason Stewart. Mitch Brown starting 15th. And rounding out in 16th is Jay Graves Jr. Corey?
Jordan Ashland in P17, Troy Haight in the 18th spot. Then we have Jim Foose, who was in the booth with us for the LCQ in 19th. Brian Yazek, remember, he is a series contender. He's all the way back in 20th. Alan Young in 21st, Nick Curling 22nd, Clarence Bonner and Robbie Baskins 23rd and 24th.
Starting in the 25th position is Andy Veltman, starting 26th. John Kennedy, 27th. Brandon Boyd, starting 28th. Nick Kaufman, Sam Maxwell, starting in, well, should be starting in 29th. My information may be a little bit messed up here. Starting 29th is going to be Devin Sarah, 30th. Kevin Mingus. Corey?
Well, I got Mingus in 31st, I got Seville in 32nd, Pete Baskins in 33rd, J.R. Bash in 34th, and Brandon Stokes, Robert Hill Jr., and not quite sure about Justin Rector, but that is everyone who is registered in the feature event here tonight. Thank everybody for tuning in to LSRTV for a little bit of dirt action. The ASRS Sam Maxwell Customs Truck Series comes to Rossburg, Ohio for their yearly visit, the Dirt Derby. Brandon, I know this is going to be your forte, so I'm going to let you do most of the talking here tonight because, well, you're a dirt guy, and, well, I'm losing my voice. So here you can see the fireworks in the background, 2 pace laps, and we're going to be underway.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey. The number 30 machine here going to be leading these guys to the green flag. That's Brad Cross starting in that first position. Should be a good show here tonight. These guys will come around to take one to go to the green flag here. 49 machine, we saw how fast he was into the LCQ as well. Justin Kruthoff. 49 machine starting outside pole here. Man, oh man, Corey, this is going to be a really good show here. 33 trucks ready to get going, or 34 trucks ready to get going here tonight. Who will be the winner on the dirt? Who can conquer Eldora Speedway? Pace car makes its way down into pit lane. This time by, they're on the throttle. We're green flag racing.
The 30 gets the jump. They're going to be side by side, 3 wide, sliding off in corner number 1. Looks like the 49 is going to get the bite up there and get the second spot down the back straightaway.
Back to 2 wide racing. Now look at that 00 machine. Jared Mogar trying to make his way up through that middle groove down there. Looks like the high side gonna prevail. He gets passed up on the high side right there. 51 machine trying to make a move. That's Jordan Harnish.
Yeah, they're going to be working that cushion in, using all the banking up there, getting themselves all that momentum up top. But you will see some Craftons on the bottom. Mogart stuck down there, trying to find his way back up top. Here comes Jeremy Banning to try to fill the gap in.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeremy Banning not quite going to get there, but Chris Titus back there just passed up there, and we saw him. He was the winner of the LCQ race up there, and he's trying to make his way up through the field. Now he's up to the 5th position, now looking on 4th.
Yeah, Mogart is in the fence there a little bit further, but again, Kilinowski in the 115. He's in 4th right now with Titus, as you mentioned, the LCQ winner. Here he comes to the inside of the track. Don't think he's going to help.
Oh boy, the 53 machine going around into the outside wall. Caution flag is in the air.
Ronnie Osmer, that is the 53. Small spin there. We're going to try our best under these short cautions to get the replays in. Forgive us if we do have to miss one. But you can see here from the chopper camp, just straight in the fence, and there he goes around. The 16 of Steve Ritter helping him complete the spin cycle. And, well, he's fresh out of the wash and ready to go back racing again from the 20th spot.
Yeah, absolutely. 53 machine. Ronnie Osmer going for a little bit of a ride there. Looks like he'll be able to salvage that race truck there. Brad Cross has been your leader so far tonight. 6 laps. Now 5 laps in the books on lap 6 now. That 30 machine looking bad fast out front of this field right now. Justin Kruthoff still back there in 2nd. Jordan Harnish in 3rd. That's your top 3 right there. And Yeah, you got guys behind them, Corey, that have been making their way through the fields. One to keep an eye out for Chris Titus in that 25 machine. Made up a few positions already, already up into the top 5. Also, that 115 machine and that 51 Jordan Harnish, those are the guys to look out for right now. Some of these guys towards the back, you know, Jared Mogar is a pretty good dirt guy as well. See what he can do tonight into these heavy stock cars here on the dirt at Eldora Speedway. These guys, though, now going to get doubled up, stacked up, and ready to go green flag racing.
Yes, they are. For the first time tonight, we will have a restart. Doubled up, stacked up, as you said, cross to the inside. Excuse me, as I am losing my voice, doing my best to troop through this. But let's see what Krudoff can do if he can get that jump and have the preferred lane in turn number 1. But we'll find out. Pace car in the pit lane. And cross on the loud pedal really early in the zone. Back green flag racing with the jump. But Krudoff has a pretty good run up top.
Yeah, heading down into corner number 1 now. Going to be 3 wide back there for that 3rd position. Still going to hold it 3 wide. A little bit of contact between the 25 and the 51 now. Everybody holds it straight. 115 now in a sandwich between the 00 and the 51. Down off on corner number 4. They'll settle it out now. 2 wide racing back there for position.
Yeah, the 25 made the slider down low. The 51 was trying to use the cushion, couldn't quite get it working. Here comes the 00 Mogard with a look. Nothing doing. These guys will single file out. We can see 3 wide with Ritter and Banning and Baker back. That is the end of the top 10. Guys all over this Eldora Speedway.
Yeah, guys trying to use every line that they possibly can. Of course, now field's starting to get a little bit more spread out up here. The high line going to be prevailing. These guys going to be pounding that cushion up at the top of the racetrack and maybe even using that outside wall just a little bit to help those cars gain some speed through the corners. Of course, heavy stock cars on the dirt. They're going to try to use anything they can to get that speed, as we just saw Jared Mogard. A little bit of a wall tap up there to keep the truck a little bit straighter than these guys and trying to get that momentum off, and a little bit too much that time. Slaps the wall with the side of the truck, and he's going to lose a little bit of time down into corner number 1.
Yeah, Mogard in that 5th spot, losing a little bit off of Jordan Harnish. Harnish is, again, a regular in the series, showing what he's made of on the dirt, but they are stuck behind Titus now. Titus is trying to pull away, but speaking of battles that may be coming to fruition, Krudoff is slowly working his way towards cross. The gap is just under half a second.
Yeah, now focusing back on the 3rd position. That 51 machine now takes a dive underneath. Not going to work. Jared Mogard now on the back bumper. That 25 heading down at a corner number 4. 25, he's got company back there. The 51 machine going to end up falling back just a little bit. Mogard back there looking, trying to get that 3rd position away from Chris Titus. And don't look now, but that 115 machine, Kilinowski, going to be hanging in there now as well.
Kilinowski is just trying to figure out where to go. Everyone's running the top now. We will get that top worked in. We will have a cushion up there, Brandon. Are these guys going to have the bottom as an option towards the end of this race?
I don't know, Corey. That cushion's going to get built up higher and higher throughout this race, and some of these guys may get lucky, try to slow roll, but Jared Mogard goes for the slider. Can't quite make it work that time. Caution on the speedway now.
I see Robert Hill Jr. in the 195. He is spun around backwards in corner number 2, so go back and try to figure out what happened to Robert.
Looked like heading down into corner number 1, just got that truck a little bit sideways and just barely a little bit of contact from that 21 truck, that 20 truck behind him. That's Devin Serra back there, and just enough to send that 195 machine around.
Yeah, I just got a little bit loose on entry there, and it's just a different approach, Brandon. It's just, I mean, as you know, I didn't really take well to dirt. I'm slowly getting the hang of it, especially in these huge trucks, these heavy trucks. Slower really is faster, and it's just kind of the opposite of what these guys maybe think off the top of their head of how they should drive this place.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, not a lot of these guys used to the dirt racing aspect of things. Completely different way to drive these trucks, and of course, it's a vehicle that these guys are normally very comfortable in with driving, but completely different surface, completely different conditions, and you know, a lot of these guys going to be struggling here tonight, and of course, this is also a points race for these guys, so you know, a lot of these guys just trying to hang in there and do the best that they possibly can here coming into this race tonight.
Yeah, speaking of the points, quickly, as we should have one to go this time by, Brian Yazik is the points leader. He's back in 15th. He well knew going in this race this was not going to be his forte. He's going to try and troop and gain whatever he can. Mogard in third. He is second in points, so maybe this is an opportunity for him to make up some ground. But here we come, getting ready for the second restart of the night. Lap number 19 coming to 20. Brandon, get him going.
Yeah, pace car going to be making its way down into pit road once again, this time by a couple of fast guys lurking behind these leaders now. Brad Cross on the throttle. We're green flag racing once again.
And look at the 49 of Frudoff. He's going to try to get to the right rear. Use that.
Oh boy, contact between the top two.
He's right on the back bumper. This is the closest he's been, but Mogard is close too. Look at Titus trying to rock that low groove. Nothing doing now, but this is the closest the leaders have been all race to each other.
Jared Mogard up to the third position. We know how much of a dirt guy he is himself. Jared Mogard in that 00 machine, gonna try to take this opportunity to gain himself further in the points. Up to third position, right on knocking on the back door to second.
Yes, he is. He's just trying to figure out where he's going to go right now on that 49. He can't really go low. There's not much speed down there. Well, he can't go there. He was pounding the fence there, pancaking that wall there. Didn't lose too much time, but he cannot keep doing that.
Absolutely, he cannot. That 00 machine ended up losing a little bit of time there. Jordan Harness couldn't quite gain on that opportunity either. He's starting to fall back just a little bit as we saw the 00 just get into the wall a little bit more that time by the 115 of Kilinowski. Gonna try to take advantage now. He's gaining on that 51 machine up front as well.
Yes, he is. All these guys are, well, collecting for second because Brad Cross starting to pull away yet again by about a little over a half second. See, he's really working that cushion better than anybody else, working that top groove. You want that right rear as close to the wall as you can, but you don't want to put it in there. Look at it, just masterful driving on that 30.
Man, oh man, no caution on the speedway once again, Corey. Looks to be the number 8 machine, Jay Graves Jr. around on the backstretch.
Yeah, we'll see what happened to Jay. Again, apologies for my voice. I literally just got sick within the past 2 hours. Jim Foose actually sideways there caused, as he likes to call it, a Waffle House there, a little bit of a stack up, and Jay Graves just reactionary, just kind of got looped around in the process, but no harm.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of contact with that 4 machine up there, and just enough to send him around. Brings out, I believe, the 3rd caution of the night.
Yep, so no harm, no foul, essentially. I mean, these trucks they're going slow enough, Brandon, that, I mean, you could take a whole bunch of beating and banging before you really have much damage to be concerned about.
Absolutely. Jay Graves take it to pit road here.
Again, on the dirt, there is no pit stops, no fuel, no tire changes, so you can come to pit road to get damage repaired. No backup trucks, but there will not be any strategy calls in that regard to maybe get to the front in what is more of an asphalt style pit road sense. So it's going to be all about making those positions up on the racetrack. And, well, Brad Cross, he's not losing any spots. He is definitely showing he's the class of the field, but Frudoff, Mogard, Harnish, Kilinowski, and then even Titus, any of those guys could really battle for a second spot.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, all the guys up in the top 5 have some serious speed on them, or top 6 for that matter. They've all got some really serious speed on them as we're going to be getting ready for the green flag here. These guys stacked up, doubled up, and ready to go back racing.
Yes, they are, and again, just to note, we have full points on the line, and right now our points leader back in 12th. We'll follow him as he's learning the dirt and seeing if he can get better. He's slowly working up there from a starting spot, so let's keep an eye on the points leader, but we got to keep an eye on the leaders. Brad Cross has been dominant. What kind of start will he get this time? Pace truck is in on the loud pedal early yet again, back racing at Eldora.
Brad Cross got a really good jump on that restart, now heading down into corner number 1. Jared Mogard trying to gain that second position on the low side. The 00 machine not going to be able to make it work. Harnish up to the outside wall, contact between those 2 trucks. Now Mogard going to pull the slide job down out of corner number 4 that time around. He's going to gain the 3rd position back from Harnish.
Mogard pretty much hit the wall that entire lap trying to get himself situated. Just now finally is top 3. Mogard into the wall again as Cross is is already out to a gap, but we got to go back in the pack, Brandon, and watch it. Look at this absolute wad, this mess, this whatever you want to call it, back in the mid-teens.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys trying to fight for everything they've got back there right now, Corey. And man, oh man, these guys doing a really good job keeping the wheels underneath them. And 3-4 wide back there. Looks like the 111 trying to make some ground down on the low side there and using every inch of this Eldora Speedway.
Yeah, and that top is slow. You can see visually that cushion is starting to get worked
in.
Round
goes the 45. Magnificent save by that 45 machine. He keeps it straight.
But up front, Brandon, look what we got going on. Cross is not getting away this time. Here comes Frutoff. Here comes Mogard. Top 3 within 0.2 of a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the 49 machine at the 00 right there on the back of Brad Cross this time. And 49 machine, Krudoff trying to make that ground and trying to look underneath. Won't make anything happen that time around. But top 3 right on top of each other. Mogard gets to that outside wall just a little bit. He'll lose a little bit of ground.
Yeah, you saw the 49 on 4 last time. He tried to get underneath, couldn't get the power down on the inside groove, falls back a couple tenths. For his sake, I hope he doesn't fall too back further than that, because, you know, once that 30 gets out there in his own world, he's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. The last thing they want is for him to be able to pull away, and that 49 machine sticking right with him. Justin Krudoff trying to stay to the backbone of that 30 machine across.
Yes, he's doing the best he can, and obviously Krudoff, from what I remember, I think he is he's either in the Wednesday series or he is kind of a one-off driver. I don't recall him on Tuesday nights rather, so he is what I'm going to assume to be a dirt ringer, and he's doing the best he can against the series regular Brad Cross, who's still dominating here this race. I think he's led every single lap thus far.
Points leader Brian Yaskin, 55 machine. He's got himself into traffic now, just trying to look up on top of that 87 machine. Almost put himself into that outside wall, trying not to.
Caution.
Oh, caution flag on the speedway once again.
Oh, I see. Who is that backwards on the straightaway? 41
Oh, the
of Tim
89
Knott.
machine is around.
And Tim Knott as well.
Yep, it looks like,
Sarah.
wow, 45 and 89 getting together there is what it looks like, Corey.
That's John Kennedy in the 89, so separate spins going on. Try to catch what happened in the 89 as we were watching.
Oh, it was a hard wreck down there.
And, that is what you call a slide job gone wrong.
Man, a few tracks stacking up into that one.
Baskins, Tim Knott, so he thought he was clear, and, well, he wasn't. And that's essentially all you need to know about that caution. So we are closing in on halfway. This is really, it's going to be a very fast race. 100 laps on a short track with, again, 18-second laps, 19-second laps. This race will fly by. And Brandon, again, we're seeing him just rim riding the top of this speedway, and really hard to make these moves. I mean, we hate to quote Dale Jr., but I mean, slide job is going to be the name of the game once it comes to battling for the win later on.
Yeah, absolutely, Corey. And these guys just trying to save their stuff right now. Don't want to cause too much trouble early in the race. We're not even halfway yet. So, but yeah, things are going to get crazy once it gets down to the end of this thing. Brad Cross still holding that #1 position as of right now. Watch out for Jared Mogard on this restart. He's going to try to take advantage of every opportunity that he can. Pace car is in. Brad Cross is on the throttle. We're green flag racing once again.
And again, that 49 Krudoff is doing a lot better job staying with him this time. Mogard trying to get himself back to the top of the racetrack, but Harnish was trying to fill that gap, and into the wall is Mogard, and behind him, Jared Haggerty hard into the fence as Steve Ritter and some 2-3 wide racing later on in the top 10.
The battle for the lead is on, Corey. That 49 machine is right there. Cross trying to hang on the lead to the best that he can, and almost a little bit of contact without outside wall. Now the 49 machine has got company for the 00 Mogard. Contact between those two drivers.
Yeah, Mogard all the way to the inside of the track, not going anywhere with that lack of momentum. Now there has to go right back up to the wall, riding that cushion. You can see it developing further and further, but these guys, again, under a blanket here. Lap number 43, Mogard trying to close in even further.
gaggle of trucks back here in the latter half of the top 10, Corey. And the 111 machine right now trying to go for that 10th position. And man, oh man, what a stack of trucks there is back there.
Yeah, Brian Yazik has gotten himself into the top 10, one of the points leader. So he's making some headway, but that 111 trying to slow roll the bottom, and well, it's slow rolling all right because he's getting freight trained around that outside. Everyone using the banking up top.
There's that 18 machine, Mitch Brown, making his way around now. Looks like maybe that 111, she's using a little bit too much throttle down there, Corey. Truck's kicking too sideways. I think if he, tried to drive it in just a little bit easier, he might be able to make it work down there. I saw Brian Yazik kind of in that middle groove just a little bit earlier, and I know not too much has gone away since then.
Well, that 111, he was running more the middle, it looks like, right in the black, right in that slick. If he wants to slow roll the bottom, I think he really needs to run even lower, where there's a lot brighter dirt, where there's a lot more moisture down there.
Brian Yazik talked about how it should be interesting for him. He's never raced dirt before this, and look at him up in the top 10, going for 9th. This caution flag on the speedway once again.
Whoa, big one back here. Kevin Mingus around, 89 of Kennedy, 97 of Veltman, all in turn number 2. Take out the good old replay yet again.
Oh, man. See the 97 already around as they came through. Oh, the 60 machine was the first one to get turned, Corey.
That's Brandon Boyd in the 60. He has looped it by himself. And then just, obviously, as everyone dominoed through there, just added more to it. You see a stack up to the inside of the racetrack.
Couple of hard hits there to that 60 machine, and obviously a couple more after that, and so it looks like everybody will be able to drive off and continue here, but a couple of hard hits there.
Yeah, hard hits, but again, at 90 miles an hour, which is pretty much the average speed around here, you're really not going to do too much damage to that truck, so as long as it's steering straight, you should be pretty well off. But Brandon, look at this track here overall. Obviously, these guys are right up forcing that cushion by the wall, but look at the whole center low part of the track. It is completely slicked over, so really, is there any grip besides the top right now?
Not really, no. These guys were stacked up, doubled up, but we're not quite ready for the green flag being called off. One more lap to get everybody into the correct position here. But, yeah, very good point, Corey. Those guys kind of forced to run the very high line, and you just see just how dark that racing surface is. Completely slicked off, and about the only thing that those guys are going to be dealing with running down there is dust.
Yeah, so that's what they're going to have to deal with. And, well, Brandon, that's another point. With this many trucks, when you're in that pack, there's a lot of dust kicked up. It actually does kind of throw off your visibility. And obviously, without making any pit stops, you're not going to be able to get those tear-offs taken off.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys going to be dealing with a lot of dirt and debris on their windshields here. And, of course, you got the deflectors. But, when a 100-lap race, it really does not do much for you. Took the halfway point that last time around. Green flag ready to come back in the air this time around. Cross starting to gain speed, back on the throttle now. Green flag back in the air. Look at Mogard. Jared Mogard up on the high side going for the lead. 3 wide for the lead back there now. Mogard, your new leader.
Power move and caution immediately. Oh my God. Well, Brennan, go ahead and say it.
They built a Waffle House down there in turn number 2 because they were battered, smothered, and covered. Man, oh man.
Yeah, I don't know where that one started. Steve Ritter, Devin Serra, who's that? Ronnie Osborne, the 45. Jordan, literally, that was 15 trucks just at some point just mutilated through 1 and 2. But again, all slow speed impacts, so
everybody able to drive away.
Essentially, that is the case. That's the thing here, is there's not a lot of attrition. We've had, we've only had 2 trucks bail out of the race. We have many off the lead lap, 20 still on the lead lap as we're a little bit past the halfway point. So if you have an incident, you're still going back pretty far in the field.
Absolutely. So these guys Unbelievable move by Jared Mogard, first of all, to take that lead away. So he's going to be your leader on this restart, and a power move up on the top of the racetrack against Brad Cross. Your new leader is the 00.
Yeah, Mogard, he got the jump off that start, and he saw half of a lane at the top of the track available, and he went for it. He powered it up there, and well, that's the first green flag, well, the first lead change overall in tonight's race. So now Brad Cross is going to have to play from behind, has 44 laps this time by to do so. What's he going to do? Krudoff is behind him, and the 51 up Harnish to the inside, and we're going to get ready to go racing yet again. Pace truck will take that hard left into the Eldora pit lane, and Mogard on the loud pedal, first possible moment back green flag racing with a jump.
Yeah, Jared Mogard, good restart there, but he's got company from Brad Cross. Contact between Mogard and Cross, now up at the top of the racetrack. Cross gonna try to take advantage. Oh boy, Rubbin's racing, but that's more than a rub right there. Brad Cross up at the top of the racetrack.
They're 3 wide for second, but here comes Cross trying to fill that gap, and he's not going to lift. He's going to rock that cushion, and he's going to make it work. Mogard's going to fall behind to Krudoff. Krudoff into the fence there, off of 2. Everyone stacked up. Here comes Titus sliding to the bottom.
Contact between now the 49 and the 00. Boy, oh boy, the 00 not happy about that move from Brad Cross, I wouldn't think. Those two made quite a bit of contact. Now Cross has pulled away, and Mogard has got even more company.
Yeah, Mogard has cleared through the battle zone for now, and hard into the fence there was Krudoff. Jumped the cushion into the wall. Doesn't lose too much time. Just keeps on trucking. But right now, Cross is out to nearly 1 second already. Obviously, Mogard's not going to be too happy, but unless we have another caution, which I'm sure we will, he's not going to have another shot under green.
Absolutely, Brad Cross did what he could to get that lead back, and that's exactly what happened. Brad Cross now scored P1, and the caution flag is in the air once again.
Do you have any cues, Brandon? Because
I have no idea, Corey.
Yeah, I got nothing eminent here on the stat sheets in this one. Could
have been as simple as something as a truck getting a little bit too sideways there, but...
Well, call it debris, what have you, who knows, but we're under caution for, we'll cue the graphic, the 7th time tonight. And you know, everyone damn well knows that 00 is going to be up on the wheel trying to get the best start he can to get a little bit of redemption for how he lost that lead.
Yeah, and, you know, of course, Brad Cross is going to be starting on the inside there. No lane choice at ASRS. So, should make for an interesting restart. I think Mogard has the sure advantage being up on a high side. If he can get a good enough restart to hang in there on that outside, that's going to be the key to gaining that lead back. But Mogard not going to be afraid to muscle through on that low side if he really has to.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have to use that low side, but, well, if you're making the power moves and you're making the dirty moves, I mean, that's where you make them. That's where the slide job is invented, is diving down low. But Mogard wants another win, and Brad Cross, he's 20th in points now. This is his opportunity to shine and get a really good finish, so he's not going to go down. He's not going to give up this opportunity. No, it could be his best one of the season.
These guys stacked up, doubled up, ready to go back. Green flag racing once again. The 30 machine, Brad Cross, restarting on the low side. He's P1, P2, Jared Mogard. That 00 up on the high side. Should be an interesting restart, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye out on that 00. Green flag back in the air now. Jared Mogard got a pretty good restart there, but not quite enough. 3 wide back there for the second position. A little bit of contact.
Krudoff dove it in there. They were 3 wide behind that with Titus in the 115. Harnish smacking the fence various times there through 3 and 4, but Mogard is making pretty good time trying to get to the right rear of Cross. Has ahead of steam. Here he comes.
Oh boy, dives it down into the corner. Now going to use the cushion up on the high side. Mogard's got company himself, but Brad Cross should be scared. That double zero machine is awfully big in that rearview mirror.
But he's into the fence. That costs him some time. That gives the 51 a harness an opportunity to go down low, but he's not going to be able to maximize it. Krudoff tried fitting the gap there, doesn't. So the top 10 will go single file, and this is usually when Cross just drives off into his own zip code.
Yeah, absolutely. Cross really fast here on the dirt tonight at Eldora. A little bit of a battle back here between Kilinowski and Chris Titus. Those guys going to go side by side for position. Titus on that low side, not going to be able to get it done, and may even lose another position to the 6.
Yeah, that 25 slides it on in down the bottom. Not quite a real slide job. He's trying to roll it down there, but well, that rolling has just not happened for him. Loses 2 spots. So now he has Kenny Baker in the 87, and then Mitch Brown, and then point seater Brian Yazik. He's back to 11th right now, but look at Titus. Contact there.
Little bit of contact, but not gonna harm him right now. Trouble turn 4. Looks to be... Oh, the 18 went upside down, and your points leader, Brian Yazik, is involved. Mitch Brown and Yazik got together down in corner number 3.
Yeah, and Brown was in the middle groove, washed up as Yazik was up there on the top, and, well, on 2 wheels, and he rolls over, does the 18, but, well, Yazik was cordial enough to put him back on his wheel, so, well, he keeps going. So Mitch Brown back to 17. Remember Jim Foose, who was with us earlier in his Do It For Shelley, a cancer scheme, remembering a lost family member for him. He is in 16th right now, and again, this race is in its waning stages, Brandon. We literally are down to 29 to go. We're going to probably go back racing with 26 to go, give or take. So what is the strategy? Well, for Brad Cross, the strategy is just don't screw up for the first 3 laps, because once he gets those 3-4 laps, gets in his rhythm, he's gone.
Corey, the only strategy that these guys are going to have is get up on the wheel and go. Try to use that cushion, try to use the high side to the best of your ability, and see if you can muscle your way up on top of somebody down the straight. If you can do that, then you're set to move forward. If you can't, you're going to have to try to use the low side and maybe try to pull a slide job from all the way down low.
Yeah, we haven't really seen the dirty sliders thrown yet, but, well, it's the end of the game, and you got to start throwing those pitches now, because you got to get these positions while you can. You don't know how many more cautions we're going to have, so expect the moves to get cranked up to the next level. Expect some more bumping than we've already seen. Pace truck will head into pit lane yet again. What kind of start can the 2 leaders get? Cross on the loud pedal did not get as good of a start that time, did Mogard.
No, Mogar, not as good of a start. He's got company on the low side from that 51 machine now. Now, that 00 manages to clear. Now the 49, a little bit of contact into that outside wall. Now Mogard, a little bit of contact into that outside wall. And those guys get to stack up back behind the 30 machine across. Cross, gonna pull away.
Now Mogard couldn't fight for those couple laps. That's what he usually does. He fights for 2 to 3 laps. Wasn't able to get close enough, so Cross will get away easier. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on later in the pack. I thought there was going to be another yellow as they're 3 wide. Foose, Brandon Boyd, everyone all over the place in the late teens.
Boy. 3 wide action between the 115 and 25 and a 6. The 6 about turned the 115 to Kilinowski. Manages to gather it back up, and he's going to try to use the low side. Maybe going to try to go for the slider here.
Mogard not giving up. You can see him using that cushion. He's using that cushion on quarter entry to get himself turned, but he couldn't get off a 2. Killed the wall, and that's going to add to that gap and killed the momentum he had going.
Look at how consistent, Corey, and this is key. Look at how consistent Brad Cross is through these corners here.
You can see on board with him, and
trouble on the front stretch. Caution flag in the air now.
Oh, the 46 of Robbie Baskins around. Brandon Boyd.
See the
Troy
25
Haight.
of Chris Titus. Chris Titus, the first one to go around, I believe, all by himself. And spun back up the track. Contact with a 20, the 87. Massive trucks there on the front stretch.
Yeah, Titus was just, as you said, by himself, just entered in the slick, got right up on the cushion, and it just got him loose, sent him around, 115 all the way to the bottom. And then you can see Sarah into the fence, 87 involved, just nothing overly, no too hard of impacts, but still, whole bunch of trucks sideways, back under caution.
Yeah, back behind the iRacing official pace truck here at Eldora Speedway, and eventful race so far.
Brandon, you talked to me earlier this morning. Did my voice sound like this?
No, it did not.
How did I get sick in 8 hours? I have absolutely no idea. So, trying my best, folks. If I sound raspy and losing it, I'm doing my best, but don't want to miss this action. Hope everyone's enjoying the show. Got a huge viewership behind this one, which everyone is happy to see. And, well, we got 20 laps to go for this next restart. I almost call it the last one, but, well, I think we all know better than that. So, Brandon, I mean, is it too early to take your picks?
I think so. I mean, who knows who's gonna get it here, Corey? It's you having these cautions. I expect at least one more out of these guys, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know indeed. If Cross can get away, he'll pull out and pull off into the sunset, but, well, into the moonset, really, for that matter. But Pace Truck is in as I started there, green flag back in the air, and there's his classic jump on the restart.
Yeah, Brad Cross sails it down.
Whoa.
Oh, contact, a 51 machine goes around. Caution flag is in the air. Hard contact at the outside wall.
Waffle House is franchising there.
Stacking them
two.
like pancakes.
Oh, well, we have two analogies in one wreck there. That's how you know it was a big one. Well, let's see what
Thank you to Joe Chris for that one.
51 and the 49 have some serious contact, and as I said, the Waffle House second franchise there in corner number 2.
Oh man, nearly upside down was that 49 machine, and he's been fast all night. Hard hit to that inside wall was the 6 machine. Boy, oh boy.
So it just gives us more time to assess what we're going to see on, well, however much racing we have left under green. Every leader, from what I can tell, Brandon, the leader has gone at the earliest possible opportunity as soon as that pace truck takes that left-hand turn. So if Mogard times it and gets that start and gets to the outside, we know how important that's going to be on those first couple laps.
Corey, go ahead, take your picks.
Oh, why I got to do that?
Just do it.
You know what? I'm gonna act like Taco Bell and think outside. Well, outside of the bun, outside of the box, whatever. I tried. I'm gonna take Jeremy Banning because I just think that something's gonna happen, and I don't think these two leaders are gonna come out in one piece.
You know, I was thinking the same thing, and now that I'm thinking about it, I should have picked first. But, you know, I'm going to go with Jaron Mogard then. I think he'll be able to muscle his way through, and I think Brad Cross sitting out there in the lead just to sit and duck for something to happen.
Probably want some Taco Bell now, aren't you, too?
Maybe a little bit hungry, yeah.
So let's see here, and take it away.
Green flag is back in the air. 30 machine Cross got a good jump on a restart, but look at the 00. He's right on the back bumper.
Yeah, he's on the back bumper. He got to keep it out of the fence, give himself some kind of a chance. He's going to send it off in there. He's going to ride the wall, but he did it well. Look at that momentum he got. He kept it up. Here he comes right to the back bumper.
Sometimes the wall can help you, sometimes it can hurt you, but it really helped Mogard that time around. Now bounces it off the cushion, trying to keep the truck as straight as he can up on the high side of the racetrack. And but it looks like Cross gonna pull away.
Yeah, he's gonna get to that little big
sideways. There's a mistake from Brad Cross that allows Mogard maybe to catch back up.
I really don't think so, Brent. He got it dead sideways, but if anything, he pulled away in doing so.
Wow, managed to correct and use the momentum to his advantage, shoot down low and pull away, something that doesn't work too often. Now Mogard riding that outside wall just a little bit more, and that's going to allow Cross of the 30 to pull away.
Brandon, wasn't Mitch Brown upside down like 10-15 laps ago?
Yeah, he was.
He's in third.
Unbelievable. Have you told me that Mitch Brown, after flipping upside down, would be up into the 3rd position already, I would have told you that you were crazy, but there he is in position for a podium right now as that 18 machine.
Yeah, he needs to thank Brian Yazik for getting him back on 4 wheels, because if he didn't do that, well, he wouldn't be on the lead lap right now. But Mogard giving it a surge here. Mogard's getting a 2nd run. Here he comes back to the bumper again.
Jared Mogard right to that back bumper. 11 laps to go this time around. Now heading down through corners number 1 and 2. The 30 machine got a little bit of a piece of a wall. The spinner back further in the pack. Caution flag is in the air.
Just as Mogard was sending it in there.
Number 60 is around. That's Brandon Boyd. Bringing out the caution down low. Looks like backing it into the inside wall. And Corey could go into song here, but all by himself.
Yeah, he did. You can see here. That's the 2nd person we've seen that. He's on the cushion. You'd think he's all sitting pretty, but, well, just a little bit too much yaw there. And, well, there he goes. Just a selfless loop, but flagger throws the yellow. And Mogard was just about to send it off in there into 3, and that move had to get aborted. So, but Mogard, surprisingly, he stayed with him. He was starting to fall back, but he found something. And when he found it, he got right back to cross, and we're going to have, I'm going to say this may be the last restart. I'm going to say almost factually, this should be the last restart, so he's going to have to figure it out pretty quick. Yeah,
absolutely, Corey, and this is where it starts to get tight. This is where these guys start to really go for it, and this is where some of the crazy, ridiculous moves start to get made. Jared Mogard knows he's going to be restarting up on the top, knows that Cross is probably going to get the better jump. Now the question is, going into corner number 1, while he's still close, what is he going to be able to do?
He's going to be able to send it to the bottom, slide it, and he's either going to be clear, or he's going to just send him off into the next state and into the catch fence. It's going to be one of the 2 options, but he's got to get a good enough start. Brandon, you're the dirt guy. I'm going to let you take this restart down.
Brad Cross is out front. Pace car is in. They're on the throttle. The 30 machine not as good as the jump. Mogard still up there on the high side down at corner number 1. He's going to take advantage. New leader, Jared Mogard.
He got that run around the outside, sent it there to the lead. Cross is a significant gap back. Is he going to have enough? Is this going to stay green and give him a chance?
Cross has got to just be patient with it. He's got to be consistent to catch Jared Mogard. Yes. Will there be enough time?
And if there is, how is he going to get by? We saw these guys had a little bit of occurrence earlier in the race. Is he going to get by cleanly? Is he going to send it? Is he going to have the opportunity to? 5 laps to go as they cross the stripe.
Oh boy, will this stay caution-free to the very end? Brad Cross trying to make up the ground and
into the fence.
Not going to be able to do it from what I see so far, Corey. Into that fence once more, and Cross, I think, just went into a panic attack. He lost the lead off that restart and trying to do everything he can to gain it back, but it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, he's out of his element now. He's not doing what he needs to do. He's, as you said, he's going into panic mode, trying to overdrive it. If he could just keep doing what he's been doing all race, he'd have a better chance, but all of this contact with the wall is just cementing the victory for Jared.
Absolutely out front of this thing right now, Jared Mogard and that 00 machine. It's going to be coming around 2 laps to go this time across the line.
2 laps to go, 1 more mile of dirt racing in the 2018 Northern Ohio Race Report Dirt Derby for the St. Maxwell Customs ASRS Truck Series. Brad Cross has dominated the event, but with all these late race restarts, Mogard got the one he needed, got the lead on the outside, and now he has 1 more lap to get to the victory.
White flag is in the air for that 00 machine, making his way down at corner number 2 for the last time with a good move on that restart. Beautiful execution on a move off that last restart. He managed to grab the lead. Your winner of the Eldora Speedway Dirt Derby, presented by Northern Ohio Race Report, Jared Mogard.
Mogard starting his victory celebration early there. But here we come at Eldora, the top three, Mogard, Cross, and Banning. Congrats to everybody in the top three and everyone in the race for participating and making it a good event. We are going to have to step away for a brief moment and allow these guys the opportunity to get into the booth with us. So while we do that, stay with us here, and we'll be back for the post-race show.
Red Bull GRCs are now available on iRacing. I personally put my blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, developing the cars, the tracks, the dirt, making sure it is authentic as possible, and I really think you guys are going to love it. The best part is that this 600 horsepower Volkswagen Beetle is free to all members. So get signed up now and come race me online.
And we're back here on PTRTV on LSRTV after we just witnessed the Northern Ohio Racing Report Dirt Derby here for the American Sim Racing Series, and Jared Mogard pulling off the victory. So before we start the post-race show and these interviews, let's bring to you the final results here from Eldora. Leading 12 laps, Jared Mogard pulls out the victory. The only other leader, Brad Cross, 88 laps led, will have to settle for second. Jeremy Banning in third, Mitch Brown in fourth, Jordan Harnish in fifth, and then Chris Titus, Jordan Ashland, Jim Foose getting in the top 10, Troy Haight, and Nick Curling.
Finishing in 11th was Ronnie Osmer, 12th, Alan Young, 13th, Jason Stewart, 14th, Justin Kruthoff, 15th, Robert Hill Jr., 16th, Kevin Mingus, Brandon Boyd finishing 17th, 18th is Jay Graves Jr., 19th is Andy Veltman, and rounding out top 20 is Jared Haggerty.
All right, 21st through 30th, Robbie Baskins in 21st, Jeremy Stalter in 22nd, Kenny Baker 23rd, Brian Yazik, the points leader, all the way back in 24th, DJ Kilinowski 25th, then we have Tim Knott, Devin Serra, John Kennedy, Steve Ritter, and Tyler Seville, your top 30. And the only other driver that took a lap tonight was Clarence Bonner in 31st. Everybody else did not take to the grid, so we do have all 3 drivers from the top 3 for interviews, so I think Brandon has caught up with Jeremy Banning in 3rd place.
Jeremy Banning, you finished in the 3rd position here tonight. How do you feel after this run here at Eldora?
Worn out, that's for sure. That was intense.
Yeah, you know, just tell us a little bit about your race here tonight, and you know, tell us maybe how the racing was altogether.
It was actually a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be. It was pretty much intense. Just everybody trying to fight for the high line there. It seemed like if you got off the wall, you were definitely going to be vulnerable. I know there's a couple times I had to kind of squeeze in a lane that really wasn't there, and I don't think I got more than half throttle all night. It was really all about throttle control.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, coming into this dirt race here tonight, the only one that you guys ever come to on the Tuesday Night Truck Series, tell us, you know, the differences in how it was racing these guys.
Well, there's a lot of really, really good dirt racers here. I know Brad, he's awesome. I think he dominates just about everything. And I've been running the Pro Late Model Series that we've been doing here on Wednesday nights with the ASRS just to try to broaden my dirt racing background a little bit, because I'm a strictly asphalt guy. It's just. And this, it was just learning the throttle control that it takes to run dirt, especially for 100 laps, and to stay disciplined was a big challenge. But to be able to make it through and finish 3rd, I am ecstatic and worn out at the same time.
And, you know, coming home with a podium finish, is there anyone that you'd like to thank and a shout out to for your performance here tonight?
Well, obviously, you guys for broadcasting the race. Thank you for all that you guys do. Sam Maxwell Customs for sponsoring the series. Jim Foose and Nick Kaufman for everybody that is behind the scenes working to put this thing together. Ileana Stock Car Radio podcast that we do. Good Acre Photography, S4 Motorsports, Task Force Tips Firefighting Equipment, Amicus Rescue Systems. And of course my wife for giving me the time to do this. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Good talk with you, Jeremy, and hopefully we can talk with you again sometime in the near future.
Great, look forward to it.
Brandon, I don't think it was intended there. I know it wasn't, but it actually kind of sounded like a PA announcer there. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, a little bit of echo, I think, coming off of the mic there. But Corey, I believe you caught up with the 2nd place finisher, Brad Cross.
All right, Brad, I mean, I don't know what to tell you right now. You dominated the race. You had some heroic battles with Mogard, but it seemed like once you got a couple laps going, you were the man to beat, but just that last restart didn't go your way. Just kind of talk about your night, but especially the ending.
Yeah, I really don't know what to say. I mean, Mogard's a good buddy of mine. You know, he got by me on one earlier restart, and he kind of got a little sideways in the middle there, and I bumped into him, and I was off the gas, and I was just like, man, you know, this is not what I wanted to happen. But you know, we race each other hard, whether it's asphalt or dirt. You know, he's a real good buddy of mine in real life, but just, I don't know. I won the race last year, and I was trying to pick up where I left off, and it seemed to be going all right, but they're just a little tougher to drive here, especially after all the updates, and you know, now there's a little bit of an actual cushion and whatnot. So I don't know. I went to shift gears on that restart, and the one time it done it all night, it blew the tires off of it, and he had just enough to get by me.
And what was it like after he got by you? We expected it to be a battle, but it seemed like maybe you were overdriving it or just trying to dig a little bit too deep, but you really just couldn't make anything happen and lost a lot of ground. Did he find something out, or do you think it was you maybe just overdoing it a little bit?
Oh, it was just me overdoing it. Don't get me wrong, you know, he's fast. You know, he's definitely fast, but I overdid it. Once he got by me, I kept picking up the gas too early and just blowing the tires off of it. And I knew I was doing it, and I kept trying to tell myself to stop. But it's just, I knew there was only a handful of laps left, and I was just trying to give it for everything it had, and it just wound up hurting myself even more.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, looking in the grand scheme of the championship where you sit in the standings, this is going to be a really good run for you, having this P2 and the bonus points and all that good stuff. So taking that out of it, who do you want to give a shout out to for your 2nd place here at the Dirt Derby?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good points net for sure. It's one of these and road courses are some of the races I look forward to, but just thank Titus over at Maxed Out for keep him in some good trucks. And Mogard and his team with the Twitchy race reports and everything, he helps me out too on the truck and with computer stuff, so he helps me out a lot. But Jim and everybody for putting on the series, and you guys for broadcasting. You definitely make it interesting to watch and go back and check out the replays. It's nice to get a different perspective of everything. So appreciate what you guys do. Appreciate everybody here at the league, and we'll see everybody next week.
All right, 10-4. Thanks for those words, man. And again, we'll catch you guys soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And now, without further ado, Brandon has caught up with the Northern Ohio Race Report Dirt Derby winner, Jared Mogard. I didn't mean to have
Jared
that raspy voice.
Mogard now. Jared Mogard. Corey tried to steal my thunder over there. Jared Mogard out of the racetrack now. Jared, how you feeling?
Wore out, excited, and surprised.
Man, you know, what a wild race here tonight. You were up there battling for the lead pretty much the entire night. Tell us what it was like driving these beasts on the dirt.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, I mean, typical outdoor, one lane right around the top, and you know, felt like we had a top 2 truck, which, you know, we did, and I didn't think we were going to get by Brad. I mean, he's so smooth and so good on dirt that you're basically kind of settling in for second, but we were able to take advantage there and got by him a couple different times, and we're fortunate enough to be on the good side and get by him there on that last restart.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, going back to that final restart, you knew in your head that you had to get a good jump on that restart. Just tell us a little bit about those last couple laps.
You know, he'd been kind of firing at the same spot every time, and I had been trying to get better restarts prior to that, and I just couldn't do it, and finally managed to put one together there at the end. You know, we're such good buddies, so we know what each other's going to do, that, you know, whoever can get that slight little advantage is going to be in front and basically is going to finish, you know, ahead of the others. So we just have to do it. We had to get it, and it took us about 8 tries, but we finally got it done when it counted.
Absolutely you did, and you guys really put on a show here tonight on the dirt. So Jared, is there anyone that you'd like to thank, give a shout out to you for your performance here tonight?
I just gotta, you know, first and foremost, I gotta give a hats off to Brad. I mean, that was his race to win. You know, if that last fellow didn't come out, he had it. Like I said, I mean, it's so one lane that it's so hard to pass here, that, and we know each other. We've raced each other so many times that we know what the other one's gonna do. So, I mean, if that last fellow didn't come out, he had to win, and we were gonna finish second. So hats off to him. I mean, he races clean. We had a little bit of an incident there at the restart, but that was my fault. No hard feelings and all that good stuff. But I mean, hats off to him. He's probably one of the few people I enjoy racing with, because he'll race it clean. He'll race it hard, but he'll race it clean. And when it comes to dirt, I just love racing against him. So that's up to him. I just got to thank Nick Coffin, the Coffin Racing Graphics and Twitchy Race Reports for being on the car, and everybody at ASRS for making this deal go, and you guys for the broadcast, and all the fans. Hopefully they enjoyed it, because it was pretty fun from the driver's seat, that's for sure.
Absolutely, Jared. You guys are putting on a heck of a show here tonight, and ended up racking up a lot of viewers here on the broadcast tonight. So props to all the drivers down here, and awesome win here tonight, Jared.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, so that is the post-race show. Top 3 finishes. We already gave you the final results here, so we'll wrap up coverage with our sponsor shout-outs.
Yeah, just want to thank everybody on the channel, first of all. You know, Corey Silva, all the producing work, Michael DeGroat, Cole Borgstad, Evan Black, Joe Chris, you know, for everything that everybody does for this channel. And of course, our channel sponsors, Air Movement Fabrications, Cruz Custom Graphics, and iBog iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics. So everybody that helps out onto the channel, and well, Corey, I think this was a very successful night.
Yes, it was something that we were looking forward to for a while, and happens once a year, and, well, it went very well. Congrats to Jared Mogard and to Brad Cross for having excellent results here. Jeremy Banning, Mitch Brown, and Jordan Hodder, your top 5. Stay tuned to PTRTV on Friday night for the Hardline Racing League, and we'll cover you there for that league for the next couple weeks till the end of September. But on Mondays and Tuesdays here on LSRTV, you'll see us giving you the calls for the Integrity Racing League and both the Sam Maxwell Customs Truck Series and the Twitchy Race Reports ASRS Premier Cup Series. So stay tuned to that, and of course everything that you regularly enjoy on LSRTV already. So signing out of the booth is Corey Silva, Brandon Kreutz, Joe Crisp behind the scenes. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the event, and have a great night. We'll catch you next time.
Have a great night, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.